Have you ever logged into Runescape and something just didn't feel right? Maybe it's the endless onslaught of MTX updates dragging you down. Or maybe some new gameplay update has just come out that made everything that you previously grinded for completely irrelevant due to some shiny new toy. Or maybe you find yourself just teleporting to Lumbridge sometime, looking for something nostalgic. If so, maybe it's time to try out Old School. When you arrive in Old School, there's a lot of things that you'll notice that are familiar, but there are also a lot of things that are different. Here are a couple tips to help you get started on your journey. Old School's map is just as big as RS3's, but with the added impact of a lot less ways to get around. There are no lodestones, and other teleportation methods come a little slower than they have in RS3. One of the things that you might want to focus on early is unlocking teleport items. While training your magic can let you unlock teleports to various cities the same ways it can in RS3, they're not going to be as reliable because runes are harder to get. Instead, focus on items like the ectophile, the diary cape, and other permanent teleport items that are easy to get to help get you around the game. You should also focus on unlocking transportation methods such as fairy rings and spirit trees that'll get you all sorts of different places around the game. Next, let's talk skills. Unlike RS3, there's no lamps, there's no daily challenges, and there's really not a lot of bonus XP in general. Even quests give a lot less XP. Each skill is going to have to be trained specifically by focusing it. But you know what? There's a lot of methods and a lot of variety for each skill. Unlike RS3, we haven't had a new skill yet, so the skilling updates have all been focusing on really expanding the variety of methods that are available. XP rates are not going to be that fast. Embrace the relaxed nature of skilling and hop skills whenever you want. It's really true what they say that getting all 99s on Old School is pretty similar to getting all 120s on RS3. It's just a little more useful here. Another thing that you're going to want to focus on is client. While you're free to try out OSRS on the vanilla client, the Jagex launcher has a few other options built in. RuneLite is the most popular client with a high variety of plugins and functionality for improving basically everything in the game. It even has plugins to improve graphics, like the 117 HD plugin, that runs on most computers. There is also HDOS client, which takes you back to the 2011 era of graphics alongside many of the same plugins as RuneLite. For combat gear, embrace nostalgia and aim for a dragon scimitar and a rune crossbow as your starting weapons. These will take you a long way along your journey, and using these you should probably just focus on getting your levels up. If you have some money, low-cost options like the Abyssal Whip, Trident of the Seas, or Swamp, and later on the Blowpipe and Osmumten's Fang are good almost everywhere. You can use these for Slayer and even low-level bossing. Similar to RS3, you should always get weapons before armor. The only exception is jewelry that can boost your stats quite a lot. Don't worry about tick manipulation. Tick manipulation in skilling and one tick perfectly in combat are something that you would add later in the game. If this is holding you back, really don't worry about it and just try out the game normally. Old School has a lot of new areas to explore, and the biggest of these is the continent of Zaya far to the west. With an upcoming expansion later this year, the best way to explore this area is with quests. Start with Client of Karend and X marks the spot and move into getting your favor to really show everything that Zaya has to offer. Overall, the beauty of Old School is that there's always something new to do and some unique way to explore the game. One of the things that makes this game so interesting is that there's really no way to finish it, the same way as RS3. Sure, you could try to complete all the logs, finish all the pets, get every single item in the game, and go for a completionist, but that's kind of impossible. Even the most dedicated players haven't finished the collection log and aren't any way close to doing so. Instead, most players like to set their own personal goals. Maybe you're going for max, maybe you're going for a diary cape, maybe you're just going for finishing your first raid, or killing your first boss, or even just finishing all of the free-to-play quests. No matter what you choose, Old School is here for you to discover, and it's definitely something that I would recommend to all RS3 players, even if you just try it out for a while. Don't forget, you can use your RS3 membership to play Old School, and it launches just from the Jagex client the same as RS3 does. In this way, you could try out Old School whatever you want. You could load it up today, and you could also go back to RS3 tomorrow. There's literally no pressure. If you've never made an Old School account before, your same account works together, and you can even try out Iron Man or other modes. Once you get started, feel free to check out some of the other videos on this account. I have videos on relaxed skilling methods, on boss drop rates, and discussion on all sorts of aspects of the game from PVM, skilling, collection log, clue scrolls, and other content. If you like this video, please leave a like and feel free to subscribe. This is going to be the first video that I've made on my new computer, and things are looking up. I'm happy to be experimenting with new stuff, and I'm looking forward to another great era of videos coming your way quite soon. That's about it for me though, so until next time, peace.